Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review and installation of a swivel mount for my Cybertruck. This swivel mount I received just a couple days ago from Tesstudio. They sent it out to me, super quick shipping, got here within just a few days of the order. I've already opened it and kind of checked it out. I mean, I can tell you that the quality has been awesome. I'm super happy for it. Really looking forward to the install. It comes with everything that you're going to need to do the install. It has a lot of different pieces, temperature piece that you're going to need, the inside mount, that's the cover to give it that clean appearance at the end. The actual swivel mount, you can tell this is a really heavy piece of steel, very well done, nice and firm, and you can tell just super well built. Excited to get that thing on there. And then it comes with a lot of different things, all the different tools that you may need. Doing some quick research, it looks like the only thing that I may need of my own personal tools is maybe a 10mm socket. I'll show you when we get out to the install, but it does come with everything that you're gonna need to be able to do this installation. It comes with the wiring extension or adapter. It comes with a little plastic pick that's gonna help you with the install. It comes with the Allen wrenches and some different screws and bolts that you need to put it on together. I've already done a little bit of research on the install. It doesn't look too complicated, but again, I'm gonna go ahead and time it, let you know how long it took me. On a mechanical skill level, for me, I would say I'm probably a 7 or 8. I know my way around mechanics, but I'm not a mechanic. So I think, you know, this will be a fair review on how easy the installation is. And obviously a product review at the end to let you know how the product turned out for me. It comes with another piece. Again, these are all going to be replacement pieces for the ones that you're going to be taking off. I believe this piece here actually sits, yeah, this one sits up against the monitor. You are going to have to remove the monitor completely off in the front and replace it with a couple pieces. But again, looking forward to seeing how that turns out. I will tell you that I chose this one from Tesstudio just because of, you know, I've had a couple other items from them already. Quality has been really good. The workmanship's been great. The communication with them has been awesome. The warranties that's on them, you can see the documents that they send with you is warranty information, instructional manual, and actually an installation video as well. So they give you everything that you're going to need to do the install. Again, there's warranty and support. Everything's super easy to do. Tesstudio has been around for, you know, a little over 6 years. And again, the quality of the products that I've seen so far have been really good. So I will put a link down below. You'll be able to get some special discounting on this item if you choose this one or anything else on their website. At the end of the video, again, it'll be down in the description. I'll send you a direct link. You can help support my channel and also get some great deals while you're looking at whatever you need for your Cybertruck, as well as anything else for Teslas. They have pretty much parts and pieces, accessories for every Tesla that's out there. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and start with the installation process of the swivel mount. All right, welcome back. Here we are going to show you the installation of the swivel kit. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to be taking this tool here and popping off the outer lid so we can access everything that we're going to have to unbolt. So go with me. So there's 4 little tabs here. All you got to do is grab this, stick it in the tab, it pops it off, and it comes off super easy. As you can see, there's a temperature gauge that's down here that we're going to be unplugging. So I flipped it around so you can kind of see. It has some tabs here that we're just going to unplug to get this off of here. I'm going to take 1 second and I'll be back to show you how that unplugs. All right, once you've got this piece out, you're going to want to unplug it. It's pretty simple. What you're going to want to use is some type of pry tool. It's fairly easy. All you're going to do is push on this little button on the side here, kind of push it up like that, and it pops right off. So it comes off real easy as long as you have the right pry tools. and we'll continue on the next step. All right, the next step, once you have this piece off, they provide this tool. So you're going to take the tool in here. You're going to loosen these things up and take this piece completely off. You can see it's just going to unscrew here. You're going to back out that screw. There's another screw on the other side here. That's this little torque setting. Again, they provide the tool, so you're going to be able to have everything that you need to take this piece off. Again, once I get this thing off here, this is the temperature sensor. We're going to move on to the next step. So again, super easy. I'm just trying to be real careful. Obviously, I don't want to strip anything here, and so just taking my time to slowly back these things out. So this thing will be off here in a second. So you can see that piece just comes right off, and we're going to end up reusing this piece. So I will be on to the next step here in a second. All right, here is the piece they provide. This is going to be the new piece that you're going to attach the temperature sensor to. It only goes one way because it fits down in that groove. If I was to try the other way, the screws aren't going to line up. So it does only go the one way. So there's not really any way to mess this up. So I'm going to be screwing this into this piece. To save some time, I grabbed a T20. That's what size it is. Torx driver here. So obviously they provide a tool, but if you do have your own tools, you know, it'll make it a little bit easier and a little bit quicker to take these things on and off. You don't have to have these tools. Obviously they provide them, but these make it just a little bit easier. But again, we're just going to reattach that piece and we'll be on to the next step. All right, now we're going to be unplugging the monitor. So I'll show you from underneath here what we're going to do. This thing is plugged in, you know, straight to the back here. You can see that there's a couple little pieces here. There's a little orange tab that I'm just going to pop up. When I pop that up, that allows this piece to push in a little bit, and then it comes right undone once you do that. So again, you're going to pull out the little orange piece, and then that just pushes in and it pops right off super easy. And we'll be on to the next step in a second. All right, now that we have that plug unplugged, we're going to take the mount off, or the TV off completely. So I grabbed a 10 millimeter nut driver. I'm going to be undoing these. I've already noticed they're pretty tight, but they're hand tight. So you're not going to need a ratchet for the most part. But again, there's going to be these two nuts here. There's going to be this one here that we're going to remove. And then there's going to be this one on this side over here that we're going to remove. All right. So both of those are removed, and the monitor should slide off here. And you can see it has completely come off. So I will be showing you the next step in just a second. All right, so I've laid a towel down here and set the monitor on here just so I can work with it. I know when we go to do the install to put this monitor back on, we're going to be setting it here. So I've got everything covered. So the next step is going to be taking off this piece. This is what comes originally on it from the factory. It's fairly easy to take off. You're just going to pull these pieces on the side. They just kind of hook in there, and you can see it's already released itself from there. And then you're going to want to kind of pinch and lift up a little bit, and then it just snaps right off. You can see this thing just snaps under there, but it comes off fairly easy. So again, we're going to be replacing it with another item that they provide. So I'll show you here in a second how to install this. And again, this is pretty self-explanatory. I'm sure it's going to be just going right on there. I believe it's going to be a little bit easier if I plug the cord in first. So I'm probably going to work on that, but I'll show you once I figure out the easiest. All right, the next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little retainer off of here. Once I take this retainer off by removing both that and the other side and pull that retainer off, it's going to allow this piece to slide off. So that's going to give us access to do the extension that we need. And I'll be back for the next step. All right, so now that we've got that piece off there, we're going to put the extension on there. What you want to do is, this came off the original piece, as you remember. That's just kind of what we slid off here. And we're gonna add it to the new extender. So once you slide that on there, they do provide another retainer clip. These things actually break fairly easy. So it's nice that they provide another one. In fact, when I took off the original one of the little tabs broke off on there. But once you slide in there, it fits in there snug. You can see how that looks. Then you're just going to put that retainer clip back on. The retainer clip, the small retainer goes towards the front of it, and it's just gonna slide just like that, and it locks it all into place. So once that's done, you're just going to slide this back on here. Right, what I noticed on here is that there is a certain pattern to that, and then again a certain pattern. You can see the edges are cut off that. So there's only one way it can go on, which makes it easy. And it just slides in there. So there's a male and female. And it just takes, you just got to kind of get it at the right angle. Once you get it at the little right angle there, it'll snap right on. So that's it. That's what it looks like when it's all set to go. And I will be back on the next shot. Okay, and this is what we're going to do next. We're going to be adding the actual mount on here, and the cover, and also the temperature sensor. So there's really only one way it can go on, and this is the way it's going to be. This is going to be, it's just going to slide into here. So it slides into the original pieces. You can kind of move it around and get the holes as lined up the best you can. Again, it's going to be able to move in there, so it's okay. Once that's in there, you can go ahead and take this cover that's provided, and you're just going to slide that back into the spot. Again, you're going to have to kind of move these cords around so they're not in the way. You'll move those back there. And while this is on there loose, we're going to go ahead and plug in the sensor that we had originally taken off. So we're gonna plug that back on. Okay, once that's plugged on, what I'm gonna do is take the original 2 nuts that came with it, and if I can find here we go, my tool to put that back in. I'm gonna jump under here like I originally was, and get that lined up and screwed in. So once that's in there, again, you may have to play with it a little bit to line up the screws. Looks like that one lined up pretty easy. This one looks like it may be off a little bit, but you can just kind of move it around a little bit till it's in place. There we are. Again, I'm going to take the nut driver, start screwing them in. I am going to leave it a little hand loose for now. I'm not going to tighten it up all the way because I want it to be able to kind of move around a little bit as I'm making adjustments. You know, the next thing that we're going to want to do here is put the sensor back in. Now, they do recommend using some zip ties and getting these firm in there. I think I'm going to wait till the end to put on the zip ties. But they do tell you to zip tie here. But I'm gonna go ahead and try it this way. There's just a couple little lips that those things slide into, and then it pushes up, locks into place there. Again, so that's all secure. So now really the only thing to hook up is the monitor, and I'm gonna show you how to do that next. Okay, so again, before we put the monitor on, we're gonna add the cover that they've provided here. This was the reason why I wanted to not put the zip tie on first, is I wanted to get some extra room here. I just sat this on the cup holders on top of the towel so that it could easily put in there. It looks, by the looks of this, it looks like it's going to be easier if I actually plug it in first. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to plug it in. It looks like this orange side is going to be down. Could be wrong, actually. Let's see which side this lines up at. Yeah, okay, yep, it should be down. Again, we're just gonna snap that in, lock in that orange piece there, and then we're gonna take this cover that we had, and the cover just snaps on fairly easily. You just gotta put it in the right areas, and it will just snap down on the piece. So we're just snapping it down on there, getting it all good. And that is it for the wiring. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to grab a couple of the screws that they provided. These bolts are the Allen bolts that they provided with it. They actually give you 3 of them. It looks like we're only going to need to use 2. Again, I'm checking all the corners here to make sure that that's all nice and fastened and nice and tight. It's all on there good. So now I'm going to go ahead and slide the screen on there and screw it in. So as you can see, you're just going to lift it up there and slide it on. I'm going to scoot underneath real quick and make sure that it's on and lined up and do kind of that final lockdown. So I will be right back to finish up the video. All right, so I've slid it on the mount. I did just start the screws underneath here because I'm upside down to make it a little bit easier. But really you just align the screen and then you screw it in. So I'll continue to screw these things in. That's tight there. Just doing things hand tight here. That's it. Just make sure they're a little snug on there. A little snug there. Again, I'm glad I left that little bit of extra. It gave me a lot to work with. I was able to tuck the rest of the wire kind of back up in there as well. Now I'm going to take my 10mm here nut driver. And remember, I left this loose before. I'm just going to go ahead and tighten these things up, and the install will be complete. That one's tight. And that one's tight. One of the things that I noticed when I was trying to do this from underneath was that the air conditioner and everything kept going. I forgot to lock my screen. Make sure when you're mounting the screen, as you can see right now, if you look at the screen, it's going to be in lock mode. So that was helpful once I put it into lock mode to screen cloning, so it didn't keep doing stuff, but it's all installed. We'll go ahead and exit out of this, and we'll check this thing out. So here it is. Again, this is just installed in the normal position, and with this new mount, it gives you that option to tilt, which is really, really cool. I mean, I can easily touch all the angles of it. Again, you can move it all sorts of different ways. You can go up, you can go sideways. So if you have a passenger and they need to be doing something on there, playing a game, doing whatever they want to do, they can. It's super firm. It doesn't move around. It's going to stay put when you're driving. But yeah, this is super awesome. I'll definitely be keeping it in tilt mode. Again, the fit and finish is really, really well. It looks really, really good with all the pieces they give you. Comes with everything you need. The total install time for me, it took me about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. I would assume with this video, it should only take you 15 to 20, just because it took me some time to kind of figure out the best way to do things. Hopefully this video shows you exactly what you need to know to put it on easily. But again, the swivel mount is by Tesstudio. I'll be putting a description, or I'll be putting a link down in the description so that you can use that link to get a discount code. Use that discount code for anything on their website. And again, thank you for watching. Hopefully this was helpful for you.